All right, Coach. It feels like every week we're talking about the next tough test for the Lady Vols. You got another tough one on Sunday. What do you know about Georgia?
Yeah, I think first off, you're right, and that's the way it's going to be from here on out. Every game is going to be really difficult. We know that, and I think it's great for our league, but just they're no knots off. Georgia, they are very fast offensively. They get the ball up and down the court. They score a lot in transition. They play hard. They run hard. They get a lot of that off of their defense. They turn you over. They pressure. They've got good athleticism on the perimeter, and they've got some size in the paint. And so, running your offense is not always easy when you're playing Georgia.
Kelly, do you have an update on Tamari? She's been practicing, and even if she hasn't practiced this week, is she the kind of player you could still play limited minutes if she's ready on Sunday?
Honestly, we will have to see how she goes. We're going to try to work her in some things today and see how things go for her. I think there's you see somebody walking around, she's walking around, but when you get back out there on the court, you gotta make sure she's feeling good. So we're going to take it easy to try to see what we can get her in.
Is today the first day she's practicing?
Yeah, she's not stepped on the court with us at all this week.
If she doesn't play Sunday, how does that kind of challenge your defense then with someone like Kellie Harper to keep her on the paint, with guard defense?
Well, obviously, Tamari does a great job of helping us when guards driving the paint, but I think one of the biggest things we would miss is her size on Jen Stady. That's a post player who is really good and can score, and just having Tamari's length to at least help contest on some of those shots would obviously be very beneficial for us defensively. So we would have to really look at how we're guarding and may have to come up with a few alternatives.
Who are some of the players you expect to step into that role, to kind of fill that role that Tamari's not going to be there?
Well, Kean Green is the player that comes in a lot of times for Tamari. We lose some size with Kean, but she has great explosiveness. She finishes well and has great poise and aggressiveness on the court in that spot.
They're such different players. Does that change how you go in and game plan if you know you don't have Tamari?
Would it change how I game plan without Tamari?
Yeah, or just with essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tamari changes things for sure. We would we'll know on Saturday. We'll have a better feel, I should say, on Saturday, and what we're going to be able to have with her on Sunday.
Kelly, you've got two players going to this, so you want to be a coach program. For you as a coach, how happy does that make you to see your players, going to things like that and potentially following that career?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's actually a very difficult program to get in. I've had a lot of very deserving student athletes that did not get in that program, and I am elated that we are putting these two. We get both Kian and Joe in this program. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing they're doing. To help young women that could possibly want to pursue coaching. And I think it's good for them and where they're at, and just a great opportunity. One of the things that program does, it gives it gives you a list. So coaches across the country, when they're getting ready to hire some young assistants, a lot of times they call to get this list. It just gives you a leg up.
Is Ray back to 100%? I know she's playing quite a bit more, and she's played well of late. Is she back to 100%?
Yeah, I think Ray is. I think she's physically, about 100%. I think right now she's feeling pretty good about what she's doing. So yeah, I would say if she's not there, she's awful close, for sure.
What does she bring to the floor, especially when you've got her coming off the bench, that really benefits you guys?
Well, I think she's instant offense. She can really put the ball in the hole. She's aggressive. She brings great energy. I think that's one of the things that she has done from the moment she stepped on this campus. Just play hard. She's playing downhill always, and it's very aggressive. You have to think about her, right? As an opponent, you have to game plan for her and what she does. So what she brings for us is just coming in with a spark, and is able to, she can take and make some tough shots.
I know people have asked you about, if Ray's going to be starting again, but, you said you don't want to fix something that's not broken. But is it almost kind of more beneficial at this point to have her coming off the bench providing that spark?
I'll be honest with you, for our team and what our team needs, it's been really nice to have her coming off the bench. You know, you've got some firepower sitting over there, and your opponent's just looking over there waiting when you're going to pull that trigger. I think it's been really, really good for our team to have her in that position.
How do you feel like she's adopted to that role that she really hasn't played in multiple years coming off the bench?
Yeah, well, her first year, and then part of her first year with us, or sophomore year, and part of her junior year, she had, no, I guess that's not right. I guess her first year she came off the bench. I thought it was a perfect role for her in that moment because she gave us the similar type thing. She came in and gave us a lot of energy and aggressiveness, and I thought it was really perfect for her. Right now, you know, she's just wanting to help the team. Right, she's just wanting to come out and do what she can do to help the team, and whatever role that is. And she's really put the team first, had a great attitude, and you know, is willing to do whatever she needs to do.
The Lady Vols are getting a lot of attention with the hot start that you guys have had to the season. How do you all stay focused and kind of block out the noise, whether it's, you know, positive or negative going forward?
Yeah, I know for me, usually when there's noise going on, people have to tell me about it. I'm usually oblivious. I'm watching cartoons with kids, I guess. But I know our team sees that. Our team pays attention, and I think for them, you know, trying to stay competitive and hungry, keep a chip on their shoulder, I think is important. I think they understand we haven't arrived. You know, that's the big deal. I mean, we've been really good up until this point, and no one can take that away from us. But the season is not over today. You know, there is still a lot of basketball left. I think they understand that. One of the ways that we, you know, can help with that is how we approach practice, and you know, how we monitor their progression in practices. And thus far, it's been really good. Another thing we do is openly talk about things. You know, we don't try to hide it or pretend it's not out there, but we talk about what has made us good, and we can't relax and kick our feet up on the desk and feel good about what we've done thus far. We got to keep fighting.
Kelly, a question kind of about you and your staff. You know, usually on the road you guys dress a little more casually, but when it's home games, there's no fits are spared. You know, is it important to you to dress up when you come into Thompson Bowl Arena, and why?
Well, when COVID hit, actually a year before COVID hit, there were some coaching staffs that were starting to go a little bit more casual. When COVID hit, it really emphasized the casualness of the coaching staff. So a lot of, you know, you can look nice in your team gear and such. I thought we lost something a little bit if we went all casual, but on the road, not having to pack, you know, dress clothes, that was a really nice thing. So we felt like the nice compromise would be to go a little bit more casual on the road, dress up a little bit more at home. Then we try to get the best of both worlds.
Is that important to you to kind of still, because a lot of coaches still kind of stay in the casual mode, but you guys, you know, obviously dress up nicely for home games. Is that important? Why is that important for you?
Yeah, you know, I think it was a combination of things. I don't know. I'm a little old school with the dress, I guess. And I wanted to maintain that look at home. You know, it's if my entire staff had been pulling really hard one way or the other, I probably would have gone with them on this one. But I think for us, we found the right compromise.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right.